What's up, boys? Today we're doing some more resource hoarding, going the heavy gunner with the arms core Coilgun. Other than that, I'm just looking for some other beam weapons to unlock the beam upgrades. I do mostly the weapon range for the beams to mine out as much stuff as possible. Thunderhead's pretty good since it's kinetic and it'll help me through the early game, but I don't want to put a ton of levels into it since I'm going to have a ton of beam upgrades later on. Looking for ideally the resource scanners, but maybe XP scanner if that's the only thing available to me. Let's get the crit there. That'll have more longevity than the Thunderhead upgrades for me. Well, I guess so.
Prepped and ready, miner. We need you to clean up the landing zone.
If I could get a bit more nitro, then I could also get another reroll, but I don't see any nearby right now, so I guess this is what we're going with here. So looking for the Coilgun, there we go. These, well, magnets okay. I'd really like to get a scanner early on, but not the XP scanner, but I guess that's the only thing I can take here. Oh well. Maybe we can get multiple XP scanners and go for a super high level run as well. Let's get reload speed since that'll help me mine out faster. If I can get the terrain damage on the Coilgun. Reload speed is my favorite stat for that. Favorite normal stat, I guess, since you can also get the +1 beams every once in a while, depending on luck. I guess it really wants me to get some Thunderhead levels. Finally. Although I also need pickup radius, but I really need to get the terrain damage going as well. Just like nothing on the outside really. I guess I'll take the overclock here. Probably the huge stats. It's gonna be kind of hard to finish that off with a flyer on me, I think. I can maybe keep the Praetorians walking against the rocks on that side for a bit, and then lure them away and come back a bit later. Yeah, they knocked down most of them for me. Another Coilgun. Alright, got them pretty low with the Thunderhead. I think that's all the resources. I did one reroll, so I think that's correct. And I did one or two for the Coilgun. There might actually be some more gold somewhere. But I don't really see it, and it might be a bit late now. Coilgun, still need a lot of overclocks for that.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on
And
it.
magnet right on time. So I want beam weapons. To get these synergies for that, we can go flamethrower or breach cutter. I'm not going to be putting a lot of levels onto it, so I think the flamethrower is a bit stronger by default. So beam lifetime. These are not great, but the Thunderhead's helping the early game. Bit of movement speed. Luck, I'll take that every time, so that I can try to get more beams for the Coilgun. Got the overclock, and we got the terrain damage. I'll lock that in. Let's grab some pickup. Reload for the Coilgun.
Gather up your gear and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
Let's get another beam weapon, probably. Shouldn't be too hard to find just one of them. Unless... okay. That probably wasn't worth it, but kind of too late now.
You made short work of stage 1. Well done, miner.
Beam range every time, reload. I'm out of gold, so I think I'm just gonna hold it for now.
You know the drill, miner. Fulfill your objectives. Let's get out of here.
So I have terrain damage, but the Coilgun needs some decent upgrades to actually really use it. I think it doesn't really fully come online until level 18 when you get the +3 beams. That's when you really start melting the terrain with it. Breach cutter, I suppose.
The sky just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swoon incoming. Supplies ready. Clean up the LZ.
Let's get that ASOP to check for the scanners, I think. And then hopefully one reroll is enough. Could have actually gotten the Nitra there for a second one. Still not used to being able to reroll artifacts yet. These are pretty bad. XP or movement. Let's get some early XP, I guess. These are pretty bad. Coupons is decent. Fire rate's useless. That's useless. Coilgun. Reload. I'm gonna take a decent rarity on the HP since I'm getting beat up here.
Christmas tree. We got a swoon incoming.
Just need some more overclocks for the Coilgun, it seems like. Reload, sure. damage into the second overclock. I'm actually not sure which of these is better for a super long run. Wait, no, reload speed should be better, because I'm guaranteed to get 4 beams at level 18, so that is at best a 25% increase, which will scale down as I get more beams from legendaries on a long run, but that's always a 25% multiplicative, so that's just straight better actually. It's a bit worse right now, but if I get to 18, then it's just straight better. Good damage off of the Thunderhead while I can easily do that. And then I can kite a while and not hit them too much. Status is pretty bad here. Beam range every time. Reload is useless. I'm gonna reroll this, I think. Lifetime or armor. I'll grab a bit more survivability. And a higher rarity big crit damage. Thunderhead. Let's grab the HP. These are not great, but I guess a bit more Thunderhead. Need some of my gold for the shop here so I can get some more Coilgun upgrades and try to get that up to 18 ASOP. It will take some mining speed, since you have to aim the beam correctly. Having a bit of mining speed can help you get around behind the minerals to do that. Hello, Philip. Let's get, I guess, some more Thunderhead there. +1 beams. It's pretty expensive for a weapon that's not really going to do a lot of damage for me, so I think I'm passing on that one. Ooh, that'll help me get up to 18, where you get the huge power spike. Maybe one more to check for some nitro stuff. Nope.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
But just 2 more levels and then it's fully online and it shouldn't be too bad now. With all the XP I'm getting from the XP scanner. Damage? Nah. Kinetic? The Thunderhead has a decent number of levels here.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Nothing great here. I guess a bit more Thunderhead damage. It's getting kind of close to a second overclock. Should be going around behind the minerals actually, so that the beam helps me mine out a bit. Get the damage there. More reload.
Get ready.
I would lose 86 HP right now. It's kind of risky. I'd really like to get some of the resource and scanner-based stuff early on. Gold scanner, there we go. Big pickup, sure. Oh, I could have damage numbers on for a little while. But it seems like they almost always break the game later on once you start getting an insane number of hits a second.
Objective completed.
Reload, I guess. I'd really like to have that coilgun level soon though. Weapon range, yep. There we go, finally got the +3 beams. There's a lot of enemies here, Jesus. Barely any room to move around. I'm gonna re-roll that. Reload speed, sure. That's close to an overclock.
There are too many to count. Get it done, Reidan.
I might take a big mining speed to help me position, like I said earlier. So like if I want to mine the nitrite, go to the other side and then I shoot the plugs. And then that should mine it out a bit faster.
You're really pissing off the bugs. They're getting angrier. Orders satisfied. The drop pod is arriving.
Let me get a bit of HP when I'm pretty low right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get up there since I'm not sure I can get back later. Let's get the huge damage there. Coilgun, some crit damage, maybe a bit more movement. Weapon range, definitely. Some early XP. Coilgun, bit more crit damage, one more reroll. Another Coilgun, and some crit stats.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
Alright, I think the hard part's over. I have the Coilgun pretty ramped up with all the overclocks for it. Got 2 scanners, although one of them's kind of trash. Damage should be much better now, I hope. Reload speed. So I go behind the minerals, aim at the bugs past me, and then everything should just get deleted now. I guess my 2 beam weapons are kind of useless. The cryo cannon is extremely nice for builds like this, and the sludge pump is not bad for a bit of extra damage. Some more Coilgun.
Well done, you got more. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
More Coilgun. Come on, Nitro Scanner. I'm gonna turn numbers back off now. It's getting very hard to see enemies that are close to me when there's so much stuff flying everywhere. I'm not really helping by pumping the reload speed super high, but it's just so fun I can't help it. More reload. Red sugar's honestly not bad, but we do have some more rerolls to look for scanners. Another gold scanner, not bad. More beam reload. Thunderhead overclock, I guess. Grab the piercing shots. Get a bit better at AoE. Why is it not firing at the closest enemies here? It's just firing below me. Huh? Should be firing at the closest enemies, no? It's kind of new in that it was added in the recent patch, and yeah, it's the biome mastery, so you can go for 10 rounds, arms core, some reload, luck every time, lifetime.
More options.
Lifetime, reload,
This is a rare treat.
maybe one more,
Surely next time will be better.
reload speed, and I think I'm fine with that.
You found the dreadnought.
Yeah, I'll probably do turret mining next since I did a grenade mining yesterday. And then that will be the 3 major resource hoarders on the new 10-stage stuff. Highest rarity damage, I guess. So we run past the minerals, let the gun shoot behind us, and then that should melt everything. Some more movement? Sure. Stand right on top of them, so all of the beams hit at the same time. We get some more beam reload, I think. Making that absolutely insane. Lifetime. Giant supply pod has no effect on that giant egg. I guess we'll go ahead and grab the powder now, since I do want that at some point for the build, and it's starting to get a bit late, about halfway through the run. When I started the new patch, the thing I found the easiest was to start doing the weapon masteries for the very powerful weapons. I guess. So like Thunderhead and Plasma Carbine, stuff like that. And then move into some of the other stuff as you see fit. Plasma Carbine is so strong that if you get it up to level 18, you can win basically anything. And the Thunderhead is just strong the entire time as long as you're a bit aware of where the shots are going and try to work with them a little bit. Some more Coilgun. Let's get the movements, I guess. None of those are super useful. Yeah, I really wish I had gotten the cryo or sludge pump. I could have gotten some decent levels on them with like potency and stuff. Then I'd have a little bit more than one weapon, but oh well. Yeah, honestly, I was struggling with the new patch a bit as well, but I did try to go into Hazard 5 again pretty early when I had barely any of the new cores unlocked. Coilgun.
Stronger. Let me try again.
Bit of crit damage, some kinetic, coilgun, lifetime,
Let me try
luck. I guess a bit more kinetic. Coilgun, weapon range, and one more reroll. Coilgun, reload, a bit more crits. Maybe a bit more XP since I had the coupons as well.
We've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
More reload. Must be a lot of reload speed on the Coilgun now. I can't see the reload? Damage and damage. Huh? Oh, there we go. 482% reload speed under the weapon upgrades, 0.57 reload. It's weird it doesn't have a reload thing here. Huh. Big damage. How's my crit looking? 59 and 324. That might be a damage loss at this point. And I think as I scale up towards the end, it will be a damage loss because the crit stats are both additive and the damage is multiplicative. So I'm going to go for the long run and I guess grab red sugar here. Lunch on me? Holy, thank you, man. That is much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, the super long 10 dive runs has actually changed some of the artifacts around a bit. I feel like the squinties later in the run is almost always going to be a downside with how much your crit chance and damage are going to be going up towards the end. And the multiplicative damage loss is always going to be a pain. I don't mind taking it early on sometimes to help you get going with some early power, but I feel like getting it pretty late is probably going to end up being a bad thing for the biome mastery runs. Let's get some more Coilgun damage. Some more kinetic. big kinetic, some beam lifetime, coilgun, couple more rerolls, coilgun, bit of crit chance, some kinetic, some beam damage, crit chance, maybe a bit more HP, I do have a lot of gold, kinetic, and then we hoard the rest.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
Oh yeah, YouTube does take a cut, I believe around 30% by default. But thank you very much. That is extremely generous of you. More coilgun.
Exemplary work. You achieved your objective, I reckon, son. Swings heading away. Load up.
I might actually want to hold all of the nitro now. I think I've gotten so many levels on the coilgun that I'm kind of going heavy into the diminishing returns now, and the raw crit from the powder might actually be better. Some more weapon range. Like we're at 725% damage, 517% reload, plus the tag masteries with beams and kinetic on top of that. Pay to win, nope. Let's see, that would be 144 HP. I think I'm fine with that. So I'm at 167% global, which actually isn't that high, still missing the gold tipped bullets to really bring that online. But I have 8, 9, and 10 for artifacts, plus maybe some hoarders, so there's a pretty good chance I'll get a blue artifact still. More coilgun.
Get yourself onto that drop pod that's about to head out. That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Beam damage, kinetic,
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
crit damage, crit chance, beam damage.
Let me try again.
Definitely weapon range, a bit more crit damage,
What else?
beam damage.
Surely next time we'll be
Not
better.
really a lot of. Oh yeah, I wanted to hold my crit anyways. I will take reload just because it's funny. Maybe one more reroll, some more beam lifetime, and then we hold the rest.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
I think once you get 1,000 subscribers, you have the maximum YouTube stuff. I don't think they have a tiered system like Twitch does, so I believe it's always just 30% of the various things that you can do to support a channel. Like I think ad revenue, memberships, super chats, all of that are all a 70-30 split in the YouTuber's favor. That's why a lot of people have like a Patreon and another donation link set up, so that they can have people go there and then get 100% or whatever cut those things take. So we're up to 561% reload plus the beam. 1500% weapon damage, wow. 805% plus several multipliers. And that's without the gold-tipped bullets giving a huge global damage as well. Come on, gold-tipped. Let's try and find gold-tipped or a scanner. Every unique tag, that would get me 4 plus 2, 3, I think, 7, 8, 9, I think 9, 10. So that would give me 25% reload speed. That's not bad. Let me see if I'm right on that. 67. That will go up to 108%. So I think I was somewhere in the ballpark. That brought me from 0.5 down to 0.4, which would be exactly 20 or 25, something like that. Big armor, sure. That guy just melted and I was trying not to hit him. Big pickup, sure. I am firing so far away that that actually is still pretty helpful, even though I have 282%. Let's get some crit damage. Probably pass on those. Weapon range, definitely. Reload because why not? Ooh, +1 beams, absolutely. Luck, I have a little bit left, sure. Mainly just looking for a big reload or beams, and then passing on basically everything. That's pretty big.
What else we got?
Oh, that's at 77. Let's not do that anymore.
That's work to be done. Have an atom miner.
Okay, so I tested the pickled nitro moonwalking thing again, and it bugged out in the same way for me. However, there were 2 people that commented on the video and said there was a way. If you go back to that video, you can read the comment they said. So there might actually be a way. We'll re-roll that and get some kinetic. But they both said that there was a way you can do it, but they both said a different thing. So I have 2 different things that I have to try, and at least one of them is probably going to result in me dying. But I'm not going to throw this run away. I think it's pretty cool, and we are close to the end now. But too long didn't read. Apparently I didn't do the correct thing with the drop pod and you can live. I guess the slow effect. Man, the beams are going way off screen now. Crit damage, sure.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Well, that's what I thought. It seems like it bugs out and you can't finish, but 2 people did tell me I was wrong about that. So it's worth trying out their suggestions at least at some points. But I'm not gonna throw this run away to test out what they said. My Coilgun isn't even playing the sound anymore, the audio just bugged out. I just hear the breach cutter now. Oh, there it is. It's back.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there's a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it
More
back.
beam, reload, and range. Couple rerolls, lifetime, range.
What else?
Actually, I want to keep the crit, I think, at this point.
I want another go. I
No.
want another go.
Reload,
This one's so, what else we got?
weapon range,
Show me more.
luck, and I guess a bit of crit with the gold.
That legendary.
But I'm really trying to get gold tip bullets now.
Destroy the cocoons and take out the vessel. Good luck.
So at the start of this stage, we're at 0.37 reload, 30% damage, 805% reload, plus all the beam tags and kinetic. 177% damage from mainly the energy bars currently. But we need them gold tip bullets. More weapon range. Oh yeah, what's my weapon range at? 170% beam range. And we'll turn the damage numbers on for a little bit. Since enemies are dying so fast, it might be doable. There's just huge amounts of gold scattered all across the ground where the beams were earlier. And the Coilgun audio bugged out again.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Oops, got those guys out a bit early. Still need to check the supply pod. It will instantly heal up to give me some time though. No gold tipped, rip. So I guess the armor. Bye bye. Man, this would have been so insane with gold tipped, and it's already completely ridiculous. Cheese up the numbers a little bit more right before the end. Look at the range of the level 1 flamethrower. So final stats, 180% damage is pretty low. Reload. Pretty good crit since I didn't have a whole lot for that. Coilgun, 855% damage with some big multipliers. Ton of lifetime and range for the beams. Decent kinetic damage. I think that is the best combo for the long run, the mining, the a little more oomph. The +1 beam is better early on, but this should scale better, I believe, since it's multiplicative.
Heading back to orbit. Job well done, miner.
And we got the... Wait, didn't I have that? I think so. So 473 million with whatever the Coilgun bug is, since my total is 149 million, but still looks funny. Frontal shield belts, some of the new stuff that I unlocked pretty recently. Early XP scanner, not ideal, but we did get some gold for some rerolls, but no gold tip to really utilize that. Thunderhead helped out a little bit with the early game, but all in on the Coilgun once that happened.